What is up, guys? JaretCampisi, welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special day for obvious reasons. I'm going to be taking out the Ducati V4 Panigale Speciale for a first ride and review. This bike is actually for sale here at Ducati of Santa Barbara. I will put links to the description in the description if you want to check it out, if you're interested. It's a really, really special bike and I cannot wait for this video. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right, so the beautiful Christina K is going to be helping us out today, modeling next to the beautiful Speciale. So this is a 2018 Ducati V4 Speciale. It is a limited edition bike. This is number 215 of 1500, so they only made 1500 worldwide. And one of the reasons why I like this bike so much is because for 60 years Ducati made V-twin or L-twin motors in their bikes, and this is actually the first year Ducati ever put a V4 motor in one of their super bikes. And it's also the first year of doing a tricolore limited edition of their new V4. So this really is a piece of Ducati history. $40,000 new, plus taxes and fees and all that, you're looking at like $46,000, something like that. I think they're asking around 38 for this one. It only has 2,000 miles, a little over 2,000 miles, but it's in pristine condition. This is actually Kevin from Ducati Spacer's motorcycle. If you guys remember on the video, I did a video back with him a few months ago, and obviously, I mean, he takes care of all of his stuff. It's immaculate condition. It does have the full Akrapovic titanium exhaust system on it, the Marchesini forged aluminum wheels. It has the Öhlins smart EC2 electronically controlled suspension, and it just, I mean, it's just stunning motorcycle, and I'm really excited to ride this thing. It is MotoGP shift, you can change that, so I'm gonna have to be careful and remind myself constantly not to push down when I want to go up. But yeah, this is it, guys. This is the bike that really changed everything for Ducati. 226 horsepower to the crank with that full Akrapovic titanium exhaust system, and weighing in at just 427 pounds with a full tank of gas. So I mean, this thing is insane. The electronics are just out of control. I'm gonna switch that key for me, teams. The all new dashboard from them. This does have the racing ECU flash, which is why it says Racing ECU Evo. I mean, you can see all the different rider modes that it has, race, sport, street. It has traction control, ABS, wheelie control, slide control, engine braking control, quick shifter up and down, and then of course that dynamic suspension. So I mean, it is a freaking absolute beast of a motorcycle, but it's also pretty easy to ride. So teens, why don't you give us a start up of this bad boy, and let's see how she sounds. Previously warmed this up, so give us some revs for us, teams. What do you think?
It's aggressive.
It's pretty
super aggressive.
It's pretty ridiculous. So I just got the new 2020 BMW S1000RR. That's what I've been riding the past couple of weeks here, and I'll tell you, when you get on this and start it up, it feels a little bit more scary than the S1000 does. The V4s are they just have so much character. Anyway, I could stand here and talk about this all day, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and hop on this, give you guys a short little first ride and review, and then that'll be it. So teens, thanks for your help, and let's ride this beauty. All right, folks, we are on a 2018 Ducati V4 Speciale, and man, I miss this V4. It's such an awesome bike. So one of the main things that the V4 fixed about the past Panigales is doing stuff like this. So normally when you were on that 1299 or even the 1199, when you were in kind of just normal traffic conditions going 15, 20, 30 miles an hour, it just did not like it, you know? It was bucking around. It felt like it wanted to shut off. You had to constantly feather the clutch. And the V4 now has just fixed all of that, you know? So I'm actually in second gear right now. I can even drop down into first. Totally fine, totally compliant, easy to ride, and oh my God. And that's a good thing, you know? Making a bike easier to ride doesn't mean you take away its character, and this bike still has plenty of character. So again, 1103 cc motor from that Ducati V4, and The one reason why Ducati made this 1103cc motor is so that it would have more torque and power on the bottom end, which is where you need it on the street. Obviously, this is a track motorcycle. It's a track-focused motorcycle, but Ducati wanted to make this bike rideable on the street, fun and easy to use, and they absolutely did that with this bike. The past Panigales also weren't super comfortable either. They were very wristy. You could tell you were riding an insane motorcycle, but on this one, the rider triangle is a lot better. So you sit down into the bike really nicely. The seat is a lot more comfortable. It's a little bit wider. There's more space to move around. The foot pegs aren't super high, and I don't get a lot of weight on my wrist, which is what makes a lot of super bikes, you know, uncomfortable. And so again, same thing for everyday riding around in town, cities, commuting, anything like that. It's more comfortable to do it. You know, I don't sit on this thing and just like wish I want to get off of it. You know, it's fun just doing this kind of stuff. You don't have to be on the track ripping around on it, but at the same time, it still has those wide handlebars. You can still scoot your ass back and get into a nice solid tuck position, and it's just, I'll tell you what, this is the best handling motorcycle I've ever ridden. I don't know what it is. I think it has to do with that rider triangle. Obviously, the way that they put this bike together, it just wants to lean over so easily. And it does have a counter-rotating crankshaft, which I don't think any other leader bikes have. And what that does is it offsets some of the gyroscopic forces of you riding the wheels and all that stuff. That creates forces that wants to keep the bike upright. But when you have a crank that's turning the opposite way, it actually makes the bike want to turn in a little bit more. And this is one of the only bikes I've ever felt where I'm going around a turn, and when I give it more throttle, instead of pulling me wide like every other bike wants to do, this one will actually pull you in a little bit, and it's such a cool feeling. I gotta get used to that MotoGP shift. But I mean, the power is just, oh my god. Because of that V4 motor, you just get it instantly, and it's just so intoxicating. I love the new dash they did for this. They said it was kind of like a Lamborghini inspired dash. It goes from an all white background in the day, and then when it gets dark enough, it switches to black like this, and it just looks so freaking cool. You got the gear indicator, you got your miles per hour, your engine temperature, and then all your trip settings. You can even see all of your settings right there, your wheelie control, your traction control, so you know what all that stuff's on, and you can even cycle through all of that stuff. The right handlebar goes through all of that stuff. The left button right here goes through the things on the right hand or the left hand side. It's just very intuitive, very easy to use, and man, it's just such a piece of art. So again, guys, this bike is for sale at Ducati of Santa Barbara. I'll put all the links in the description below. If you're interested, hit up Preston or Victor and tell them you're interested, tell them you watched my video, and they'll take care of you guys. So I'm gonna try and take this thing through some twisties real quick, and then we'll wrap this thing up. So the other thing that they fixed with this model over the 1299 is the heat. I still get a little bit of heat under my butt, but it's not nearly as ridiculous as it was with that 1299, and that makes for a much more enjoyable riding experience. Here's some curves here, so you can see what I'm like. It just wants to turn so freaking easily. Like, I think as far as track riding and getting your knee down and stuff like that, to me, it's weird because I watch reviews where people say that this is a hard bike to ride, and probably at the limit or close to the limit it is. I'm never going to be riding it at that kind of, you know, but at normal average like rider ability speeds, it feels very compliant to me. It doesn't feel like it's sliding around or super stiff or vague in the front or anything like that. It just, to me, it just feels very, wherever I want it to go, it just goes there. And it feels very simple and easy to do. So for an average rider, I think it feels fantastic. Those quick shifts, man. And then listen to, oh my God. It's so freaking awesome. So I'll give you guys just a little quick taste here. It's a freaking missile. Like, I don't even, it's so ridiculous. You can do 90 miles an hour in first gear. You can break every speed limit in America in first gear. Like, it's just, it's so ridiculous how fast this thing is. And the thing is people say, what do you need that much power for on the street and whatever? Obviously, yes, you don't need that much power. You're never gonna use all the power unless you're doing smackdowns and stuff like that. But the thing is you still feel that power even when you're twisting the throttle at normal RPMs and stuff. you do feel that power and that acceleration too. You don't have to be going super fast in order to feel that thrill and that speed. And like every time you know, like, and then you can slow back down, you can still have a fantastic time because you're on this beautiful limited edition piece of Ducati history. And I just think it's absolutely fucking incredible. Listen to that thing. God, I love this bike. It's such a beautiful paint scheme. I think it's the most beautiful paint scheme ever on any Ducati they've ever done. Listen to that. It pops when you do the downshifts and you're on the throttle. Obviously it has that quick shifter up and down. It just, God, it's so good. Like even at low speeds like this, like it's just so easy. It's so freaking easy. It's crazy. It just wants to go. It's like, come on, man. I'm ready when you are. Yeah, it's just, it really does flatter your riding, you know? I'm just an average rider, you know? I ride within my limits, but when I'm on this thing, I feel like I can literally just do anything I want. And even the suspension is really, really good. This Öhlins, oh, that was sand. That's not fun, which is why I'm being very careful with this thing. But yeah, the Öhlins suspension, electronically controlled. It's event-based, so it'll make adjustments based on corner entry, mid-corner, out-of-corner, quarter exit, acceleration, deceleration. It'll make adjustments all the time. So it's just fixing all your mistakes. Every time you see that little yellow light up right here on the left-hand side, that's some sort of intervention of the electronics saving your ass, which is super cool. And then on the right-hand side, it'll blink whenever you need to upshift. But yeah, man, it's a really special machine. And if it wasn't $40,000, I would already have one in my garage. But honestly, I think someone's gonna buy this and be very, very happy with it. Owning a piece of Ducati history, you can stare at it all day. Everybody loves this bike. And that's about it, guys. So I just want to do a little first ride and review of the absolutely stunning 2018 Ducati V4 Speciale. Again, it is available for sale at Ducati Santa Barbara. If you're interested, hit them up, let them know you saw my video, and they will take care of you. I wouldn't wait long because I don't see this thing lasting very long. It's such a good price and it's just immaculately cared for. It's in perfect condition. And even the service intervals are like super, super long. Basically all you do is ride this thing, change the oil, and and just put a smile on your face every single day, man. Whether you're looking at it in the garage or ripping the canyons or taking it to the track. Phenomenal, phenomenal bike. So thank you so much, Ducati of Santa Barbara. Thanks for letting me take this bike out. Thank you guys for watching and making videos like this possible. If you want to see more first rides and reviews, click that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace! Good God, I'm gonna get arrested.